All right, boys and girls, here we go. Here's our Module 6, Lesson 3 homework answers. So on this one, they want to know how many tenths. You can count them up, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14 tenths in all. What they wanted us to realize is that we could now group 10 of these tenths to make one whole. So you actually have one whole, and then our little tenths. I'm just going to put T's in there for tenths if that's okay with you. And so in decimal form, this is 1 and 4 tenths. How much more is needed to get to 2? We have 6 tenths more that would be needed. Down here, how many tenths? Well, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 22, 24, 25. So 25 tenths. Again, thinking back to our place value, if you have 10 tenths, it makes a whole. So really, we are looking at a whole and another whole, and then 5 more little tenths. So we're looking at 2 and 5 tenths, which would be 5 tenths more to get to 3. So hopefully that is making sense. At the bottom, it asks us to draw our discs again, and then it wants us to do the expanded form for fraction and decimal. I know it's a lot of work, but we just want to make sure you understand how these parts are going together. So we have 5 tens. So 10, 10, 10, 10, 10, then 3 ones, and then 7 of these tenths, which I'm just going to put a bunch of little T's for our tenths. Okay? So in fraction form, we are going to do 5 times 10, because that's what's represented there. We add to that the 3 times 1, because that's what's represented there. We add to that the 7 times 1/10, because that is what's represented here. When you add that all up, we're really looking at 50 and 3 with 7 tenths, so it's 53.7. In decimal form, that same part, 5 times 10, that's not going to change. The 3 times 1 is not going to change. These are whole numbers. The part that changes is this, because we're multiplying by a tenth, and that's what a tenth looks like. So it's going to be 53, and I just realized I did the decimal version up here. Silly me. Let me fix that. Fractions go up here. There's our decimal version, and I put a 7 in the wrong place. Oh my goodness, look at me making mistakes today. So we've got our 53 and 7 tenths. So now we'll turn the page for you to check. Okay, we've got 2 more problems like that. So again, with our tens, we've got 3 of them. You've got 2 ones, and I'm going to do little t's for the little tiny tenths. So we're doing 3 times 10 plus the 2 times 1 plus 3 times the tenths, and that will equal, well, that's 30, that's 2, so 32, and that's going to be 3 tenths. Again, when we go to the decimal expanded, 3 times 10, 2 times 1, and 3 times, and this time we're going to use that as a decimal, and it's going to be 32.3. Okay? On this one, to save time, I'm not going to draw out all of these. I'm just going to do the expanded form. I hope that's okay with you. We are going to have 8 times 10 plus 4 times 1 plus 8 times 1/10. When we put this together, that's going to be 84. And we're going to have 8 tenths. Again, with decimals, it's going to look the same at the start. The part that changes is this part right here, where we write it as a decimal instead of the fraction. The answer is still going to be 84. and 8/10. Okay? And finally, our chart. So at the chart, we're supposed to look at the number line, and it's 4 and 6/10. So we're going to make our number line go from 4 to 5, and we're going to count over 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 6/10 will be right there. Decimal form, 4.6. Expanded form, notice they say you can do fraction or decimal. You get to choose. So I'll just go with fraction this first time. I'm going to do 4 times 1 plus, and I'm going to do the 6 times 1/10. Okay? And how much to get to the next one? Well, if I'm at 4.6, I need to go 1, 2, 3, 4 more. So 0.4 would get us to the next, or 4/10 more. Okay, right here we're between 24 and 25. So we go over 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So this is going to be 24.5. Otherwise not 25. Silly me. 24 and 5/10. Now we have something in the tens place, so we're going to do the 2 times 10 plus something in the ones place, 4 times 1 plus, we have 5/10, 5 times the tenths, and they've already told us it's 0.5 more. On this one, they've kind of tried to confuse us. We've got 60, we've got 3, and we've got 6/10. So our number is 63 and 6/10. 63.6. That means our number line is going to go from 63 to 64. And we're going to count over 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So our little decimal would go right there. And over here, it's going to be 4/10 more to get to the next number. All right, we're almost finished. 71 and 3/10. We're going to go from 71 to 72 because we always want to start with this and go to the next one higher. 3/10 is going to be 1, 2, 3. So we're looking at right there. This is going to be 71.3. Over here, because we have a 7 in the tens place, we're going to do the 7 times 10. We'll add to that 1 times 10, and we'll add to that 3 times, I'll do it as a decimal this time, and we're going to need 0.7 more. And our last one, they have 90, and 9 times a tenth is going to be 9/10. So, oops, I was writing that in the wrong spot. So we are looking at 90 and 9/10, which is going to be 90.9. Again, we're going to go from 90 to 91 because we want to start with this number. And going over 9/10, we're going to be 1/10 away, so 0.1. So hopefully this all made sense, and you'll be ready for your Topic A quiz tomorrow, or I guess it would be later today. So take care, students.